We're in the tail end of Season 5. We only have this match this week, and then we'll have Grand Finals on Saturday for both EMEA and NA Expert. But we have a lower bracket final. We got to determine which team is going to be there taking on Nightmare Rotation. There, you know what? We'll start with standings. Why not? Let's start with some standings. Crosssoul coming in your 3rd seed. Aurora Noctis coming in your 6th seed. So Noctis going through your 3rd seed, your 2nd seed, and took rotation, took your 1st seed all the way to 5 maps. Top 16 was your postseason, was your playoff bracket. And I mean, Noctis probably got the hardest run through of any team, like the hardest run possible, just as the opponents that they've had to face here. And, you know, just going right back down and facing your 3rd seed again. So as far as strength of schedule, you started off with Valiant, who were actually had a lot of upset potential. Other than that, Noctis have faced nothing but top 3 teams throughout this entire bracket, which has been in 4 matches now, including this one here tonight. But they've already proven that they can beat Crosssoul. You know, this happening quite recently. This team has been around since Season 2. They were in an open and then advanced for Season 2 and 3. But this team did advance through into Expert. You know, did still manage to climb up from Season 2 in Open Division. Season 4, and they were in Expert Division. I said that kind of backwards, but you get my drift. They were playing under the Aurora name at this time. Came out with a rip-roaring 10-6. Good enough for a 6th place overall finish. They had not played each other in regular season. So that meeting in upper bracket quarters, that was the only meeting between these two teams so far here in Season 5. So let's see, when was this match? This match was on the 5th. Okay, so 11 days ago. I mean, yeah, still not too long ago. So we'll keep this tab up just so we can kind of keep an eye on what maps were picked and, you know, bans and stuff. So yeah, Crosssoul have been in Expert every single season. Made playoffs there in Season 4 was the first time they were able to make playoffs. They went 2-2 with a 7th and 8th finish. So have improved both in their regular season record and in their postseason finish here already. Going 12-4 here in Season 5 with a 3rd place finish overall. Yeah, Crosssoul getting knocked down by Aurora Noctis in quarters means they have had quite the run. They have had quite the run. This is their... Oh, gee, what, this is their 7th match of the postseason. So they've had to play 2 extra games just to fight their way here because of that early loss to Noctis. We'll see if that plays a part. You know, that kind of fatigue could play a part. We are getting into our first picks and bans here. Noctis did get at least the first ban with the Diva ban as we're heading into Ilios. Hey, it's playoffs. It's top 3. Winner of this match guaranteed a spot in Master Division. Cassidy ban coming through from Crosssoul. Let's get in. Set up for your lower bracket finals. Whoops. Oh, being shown a little wrecking ball. You're actually going to pull this out?
5, 4, 3, 2.
But I know it's certainly been known to play the ball. And I believe we saw this last time with these two teams. Grand Finals are on Saturday for both the EMEA and NA. Look at the Winston coming out from Crosssoul. Both teams running the Lucio Curie. We do have Michael with the Freya versus the Soj there from Juven. Juven sitting on top of the lighthouse at the moment. This is my 2nd match using my stream deck for observing, so bear with it. Still getting acclimated, still getting the muscle memory in. Oh, it's so nice though. It's so much better. Such an improvement for the stream. I hope it translates. The players deserve it. Y'all the teams that the players deserve as high quality as I can get it. Mino taking a lot of damage, just gonna have to disengage out of there. Didn't see either team come through with a kill until Orc Clout is able to find Nodi. backline who's able to draw blood here in this fight. With those 2 picks, you get Cap going over to Cross Soul. She's able to pick up 1 already in this fight. Both supports so low, and Zeka and Micah able to chase him down with just some good follow-up damage. Really good stick out of McChicken to start this fight off. Well, I've got a fire ant on my left wrist, and it's causing me all kinds of problems. I apologize, y'all. It's really like I just cannot get my left hand comfortable, and it's just causing me all kinds of problems. Consider Rush available here for Cross Soul to finish this off. We're still looking at, I mean, a little bit away. Our Atlanta is about 10% away from having their own Rush. Other than that, Ult's still a little bit behind here from Noctis. So I'm trying to get, I think, first kills. I think there's still no kills on the board from Noctis so far. Atlanta does get the ultimate up online time to match Cloud. Manoa 2 damage to really take advantage of it. Forced out of this fight. Sound barrier now tossed in for Manjiro. A momentary advantage. Zeka got low, but had the primal rage and Cloud there to take down our Atlanta. This is gonna minimize the effectiveness of the sound barrier as Juven gets knocked off of the lighthouse just as the beat is dropped in for Bar Soap, only hitting 2 people. And this is gonna be a 100-0 start things off. What an opener there from Cross Soul. No changes compositionally from either team as we head into Ruins. Oh, good opener from McChicken. Immediately picks up Nodi. Still no deaths here from Cross Soul in this opener on Ilios. Stationed on the right-hand side after that opening pick. Still trying to pursue this 5v4. Couple of right clicks on Juven, and Orlando gets picked up. Like able to find that important kill. And oh, nice headshot. Bar is so low. First cap has already gone over to Cross Soul, and they will clean up on the back of that. Still flawless in this map so far. So German goes into the Genji, none of the Sojourn. This is going to leave Micah kind of wide open here with the Freya. The sole range duelist on the battlefield. Even try to move in, coordinate with Manoa on a dive there. Got forced out, taking a lot of damage there from the Winston. Oh, and that deflect's not going to be able to help you. Gets that either. This has been the most space that we have seen Noctis been able to pick up thus far. Nice boop will deflect away Manoa's pile drive, and continuing rush thrown on to this point here from Cloud. Yeah, just right over the objective. Zek leveraging that into a kill on Juve. Not able to get away this time. That extra tick rate from the Kitsune. Proven too much. Bar so lucky to get out of there. I had to try and grab 2 megas to get out of there alive. I know Noctis got first ban. I did not see who got first pick, because I believe it alternates on map 1. But I'm not entirely sure. So I think Crossel may have gotten map pick on this Chinless. We don't get, you know, it doesn't explicitly tell us on map 1. We know from the other maps just because it's loser pick. Let's go check out on this Primal Rage there from Zeka. Varsop once again just kind of having to haphazardly throw a sound barrier in this fight. It's been both sound barriers on this map just used in desperation to try to swing a losing fight at the very end of the map. We'll see Zeka come up with that kill. Back on the point, it's a lone wrecking ball taking fire from everybody else from Crosssoul. Manjaro almost died to the mines, but alas shall not. We get a flawless map 1 here from Crosssoul. Not a single death to open us up in your lower bracket finals. Sorry, I was taking a sip of my tea. I didn't put the score in. Well, we're certainly getting a Noctis map pick now. Crosssoul staying on the attack, the Widow getting banned out. So if we look at the previous matchup, Crosssoul did 2-0 on Ilios. We already know this map was a perfect map. I mean, and it was not flawless by any means, but it was still very dominant last time these two met. So, I mean, so far this tracks with what we saw previously. Actually, we saw Circuit come out, but it was a Crosssoul map pick on map 3 after losing Suravasa. One where it looks like Noctis just straight full hell. The stats would reflect that. Quick gander at stats. I mean, we already know they were perfect. You're looking at Manji in support had most elims. Skin Legend, aka McChicken, leaning in damage there in the server. All right, let's go check that Banter or Matra ban in from Crosssoul. Good setup, get ready, get it to Circuit Royale. We do have phone coming in for Aurora Noctis. Glacier coming in for Crosssoul. Subbing in for Zeka there in the tank role. Phone subbing in for Nodi. There in the DPS role for Aurora Noctis. Noctis into the Orisa comp here to try to repeat the full hole that they showed us, that they put up back in the upper bracket quarterfinals 11 days ago. I believe I said that was on the 5th. We are getting the double flex support back line out of Crosssoul, pulling Manjiro into the Yari and Orcloud into the Baptiste. Sticking a little more traditional to back up Monoa here, as you've got the Brick Juno in play from Aurora Noctis. Just holding good corner, as OC would call it, sitting on the second spot. Vone and Monoa already low. The phone was being very judicious there with the cryo first. Yeah, did not want to use it, didn't have to use it. Playing smart with that cooldowns. Back to this corner, trying to match and mark Micah, not let him get that wide swing. Great wall. Could have put Glacier in a bad spot. But Micah's able to strike back before the kill comes through. Finds a kill. I don't know how Micah got that. Oh, and then jump shot on a Juven as well. Needed to get to Micah's pop a little sooner. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Star. That's what I was thinking. For map 1... they alternate. So whoever got first hero ban, the other team got first map pick. Okay, so that's just confirmation on that. I appreciate it, Star. That's what I thought. And Jiro gets a kill with the outburst. We had the orbital invested to try to hold on to that. There's just the Ant Matrix thrown in there from Crosssoul. One of the biggest fight-winning ultimates for this defense. So an important fight for him here to try to stabilize. Captive Sun is going to find Foam, but the Terror Surge trades out Manjiro. So we're going to go to Micah to see if this OC can get this cart pushed up the hill. Got a couple of chunky shots on him on Noah, but the heals look good. Arlana and Barasoap still there backing it up. Barasoap pops the rally as Noctis fall back inside. See if they can get some cooldowns back. Micah setting up, trying to hit this defense as they come in to re-engage. Phone close to a blizzard, but doesn't quite have it yet, and you gotta watch out for the Glacier Shatter. Glacier sharply keeping... Oh, Mono just gets drilled down from Micah rail shot. That might just be the point. We are going to get Juven investing Mr. Butler to see if they can hold on to this, but it's not going to be enough. 2 points on the board here for Crossell. Oh, thank you, Juice. I appreciate it. Manjiro, so far, the only death of the match for Crossell. Big anniversary, Big Bull. Oh, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I'm hoping next year it'll be partner anniversary. We're going to get Ant Matrix starting from Orc Clouds. Just really just holding position here. This is just going to hold this corner. You're not going to be able to push forward with that. Glacier's got to pin in and try to avoid the blizzard. At least two were caught. That Mike and Nick Chicken will both go down. Arlana investing a orbital ray over the top just to ensure victory for the defense here. Understandable with a lot of time in the bank. I don't know that you needed the orbital. I think you had won that just on the back of the blizzard from phone. But Orc Cloud did use their Ant Matrix in that fight, so as far as the rotation, it does end up kind of being a free opportunity. So I could totally get it. I could totally understand Arlantis thinking on that. You had to secure that fight win. Don't let him even trade back. I mean, that's first fight win of the match there for Noctis. Now they've got a nano to work with. They're going to go ahead and throw that onto Mono immediately. Trying to find Make Chicken, they shall. That was a big anti on the Glacier as well. That's a good fight. Oh! The Monoa just needed one more swing to finish off Glacier. Couldn't quite put it in. I believe the lamp was in play. Now you've got Manjiro's Sunspot as well as an OC from Mike, and each and are able to find a kill. Manjiro around the corner phone. He swapped over to a Genji. He turns around and pick up Juven on point. Micah with a 3-piece. This cart continues to roll. Oh, and that's Glacier at 1 health, purpled with Mono and Nanoed, and couldn't quite secure that kill. And just, I mean, in the blink of an eye, that fight goes the other direction. Beautiful combo out of Micah Manjiro. Now the shatter out of Glacier. I believe that did get blocked, but Micah's able to put down Juven and end the OC threat. That shatter certainly went into the shield of Glacier. McChicken's able to get one with the bolo shot. With the Ant Matrix in play, this is just going to be a wicked time banker for Crossall. Ollie Dup Slave? Oiled Up Slave. I got you. Okay, that's the name. Hey, either way, I appreciate it. I appreciate the follow. I know, we got a Ryan Mirror. That's it. I need a Reinhardt ultimate. How do emote? How do I not Reinmir in the Big 20? We've had a few of them. We've had a few of them with Glacier in play. Brick says, for context, these two tanks have played each other in Rhine mirrors for years. You love to see it. Love to see it. Makes my day. Glacier 7-1 there in the Reinhardt. Hey, but, for the first time, we're hitting tab, and we're seeing some deaths there from Cross Soul. Not very many. And this was a map that went in Noctis' favor 11 days ago in that upper bracket quarterfinal. All right, Phone goes back into the May, at least at this first point. Makes sense. Glacier holding back corner. They don't have anybody on the top balcony either. So it's not going to take much. Yeah, G-Win is immediately going to go find this high ground and start looping around. Mono is trying to pursue. Oh, 8, entirely too much damage. Micah Manjiro, Glacier, everybody just put shots onto Mono and they drop like a sack of potatoes. Glacier stepping very far out. Kind of disrespecting the wall a little bit. Is fortunate to get back on the right side of the tracks. Why not using the Javison, go clear off statue side. Does force the rotation. Is able to land a spears. Got Glacier low, but a great immortality field. Still, I don't know there's going to be much recovering from this. So much pressure onto the health bars. This has been a steady push forward. Glacier's going to try to pin out. Never able to recover. Just a really good cooldown management out of Noctis. Great recognition. They had that advantage. And it really, I think it all goes back to the wall. The wall from Phone forced a lot of cooldowns to get Glacier out of that initial bad spot. And then Mono was able to just jab spin for free and go clear off statue side. And we never saw the train stop there from Aurora Noctis. Really nice, much needed first point. Oh, there's now. You love to see it. That just makes a Judo's day. When you can just pop some torpedoes through an ant matrix. Oh, what a nasty first kill. And in such a terrible spot for this defense. Crosshold just got back up, waiting for Orc Cloud to get back into this fight. There's the one kill you could have got completely forced them back inside the hotel as well. Here comes Micah, who's going to exploit out with an OC. Trying to use the back door to catch Noctis off guard, but Phone has got a Blizzard in the pocket. He's already picked up 2 as the orbital will get tossed in once again, comboed with it. Noctis putting together a blitzkrieg of an attack here. Mono will give their life at the very end, but securing the cap, it becomes a worthy trade. Now comes the real test to see if we actually have a map on our hands. What's Noctis able to do with point C here? Micah's going to go ahead and swap onto a May. Glacier trying to secure inside quarter. Monoa and company kind of, they've already got balcony. I think they're looking to push pool. There's the Shatter Ed from Glacier. Caught Bar of Soap with that, it looks like. How does Bar of Soap end up there? Nice loop around and trade out with McChicken. Oh, we're going to pop the OC. Glacier's just going to run in. Bar of Soap will catch them on the drop down. And what a very strange what is going on here kind of moment. We get a nice clapback out of Noctis. They lose Bar of Soap early to a shatter. But Glacier ends up still kind of overextending a little bit. Gets caught by the end of the fight. In that time, Bar of Soap's able to get back. And this thing completely swings. Noctis are starting to move forward. I've talked about how important these fights were. Manjiro did drop a sound barrier. Is able to get a kill while McChicken wins the duel with Juven up here on the high ground. So defense will plant their feet on this final corner. Those dueling amplify matrices? Amp matrices? Oh, McChicken had that high ground position. Dropped it from the window. Defied too here with less than 2 meters to go. I know I should have just left it on that high ground. Never mind the windows. I should have just left it on McChicken Pov. I knew it too. My instincts were telling me just leave it on McChicken. Saw the McChicken approach from that window. We have had a Glacier swap before the previous fight. So we do have dueling Oasis here. Dangerous corner to approach with the Orisa Spears flying at you. Manoa choosing the cowardly perk. This is the shield here. I understand from a strategic standpoint. Oh, that was McChicken. I don't think... actually, I did hear the bullet shot explode. But they didn't get much after that. Good push from Phone. Jude's going to go ahead and drop the OC. Try to see if they can match this time bank. It's very, very close. And we're starting to feel like Crosssoul running away with the series. Suddenly, we're going to end up with a mere 17 seconds separating the two squads as we head into extras.
Initiating battle.
All right, Glacier start on the Orisa. Play in the front corner. Play in the bad corner. Juven's immediately going to go to this high ground. Okay, no, it does not take the high ground position. It's going to loop into this far left side. Take an even stronger position. So trying to kind of out-rotate. And that's the danger of starting so close, and you have to spin cooldowns to get back. This is exactly what happened to Crosssoul's first defense, and Glacier gets popped early once again. You have to spin so heavy just to try to get yourself back to the good corner. That you have nothing left to hold that corner with, and this is looking like a quick 4 points on the board. You know, we did get that late stagger on the Manjiro, but they are able to respawn. Position for a recontest here. A lot of shots fly in Juven's direction. The Sojourn and this strong angle, such a key component of this push to get this 4th point on the board. There's no touch! What a wall! We're going to get a bit of a Charlie Niner here. Obviously, there's no time added, but that leaves a lot of pressure from Aurora Noctis. They're going to start getting aggressive. They do lose Phone in that aggression. So after the C9, you try to push just a little too far. Phone gets popped, and then Manoa ends up isolated. Bullet shot ready. You immediately try to throw it on Arlantic. Gets it. Beautiful conversion. Auric Cloud able to get the final blow. But Soap drops to a Terra Surge. That's going to be a Captive Sun thrown in. Orbital, everything with the kitchen sink here from Crosssoul. And you bet your bottom dollar it's good enough to make the stand. Is it good enough to win the map? We shall see.
Score 4-3. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Micah did not die on that defense. Glacier back into the run. Melee. And once again, we see Noctis try and push the aggressive corner. See if they can make a stand here. Now, with the cart stopping where it's at, this does feel a little bit more sensible here for Noctis. They do make it back to the corner without too much pursuit. So able to start to make a hole. But there's the push in, wall up. Bone trying to match McChicken, who jumps on the side. Juven gets the kill. Micah's still alive and has been a constant problem anytime they are on 2 feet. You see Manoa taking a bulk of damage. Ooh, good heals. Never gets below that precious yellow armor mark. So Manoa continues to press the issue, keep some pressure down onto Glacier. Try to break through that shield, minimize the resources and impact of the Reinhardt. There's Micah lighting up the kill feed. God, you keep the soldier alive too long, they're eventually going to hit something. They're eventually going to find the angle, find the shot. 70 seconds to go as Manoa just dies on cart. Juven follows suit. Orlant is not going to make it out. This is going to be a tough recontest here from Noctis. Exacerbated by the fact that, they are behind on ultimates, at least in the orbital rays, most notable one I'm seeing. But also a touch behind in the OC. McChicken's going to find Juven. Now, the cart does have to stall there for just a second. There is time for one more fight, but that early pick, disastrous. Phone is able to answer back. That is key. That is clutch. And Phone needs this blizzard. Cart getting very close. Barsoap's able to get a kill. Orcloud backing up. Manoa had turned the corner. Not going to allow any C9 shenanigans. No C9 nanigans. All right, it was close. I was so close. Confidence, thanks for the follow. Says, go, Micah. Micah having a hell of a map. It's going to have an overclock into this fight, but you're running into the Ant Matrix right now. Blizzard will be coming up here shortly. Glacier's already down. 10 seconds to go as the Sunspot's going to hit 2. Orlant is able to get the lamp into play. Trying to get the kill with the outburst. Manjiro will find Orlanta, but Barsoap survives. Gets the orbital ray into the fight. Over the top. Oh, there's just not enough people left. Noctis hang on right in front of the box of victory to tie us up. All right. Oh, did I not update the score? I know I put it in. I just didn't hit the update button. Well, we've got a game. And this is I mean, as far as score line, exactly what happened in your upper bracket quarterfinals, where Aurora and Noctis walk away with a 3-1 victory after dropping Ilios, the same map they dropped 0-2 here tonight. And I mean, granted, for those of us just joining, for those of y'all just joining us, excuse me, Crosssoul did not have a single death on Ilios. It was perfect. It was a perfect map 1. Also worth mentioning, in that previous series, as we're heading to Suravasa here, Suravasa was actually Aurora Noctis' map pick for map 2, the previous time these two met. And Circuit Royale was Crosssoul's map pick for map 3. And so they've kind of flipped here, choosing the same maps. Which I find interesting. Just to show you before we go look at stats. So, Ilios 2-0 to Crosssoul, same as tonight. And then Noctis choose Suravasa and win it and takes all 5. It takes all 5 flashpoints last time. And then Crosssoul chose Circuit Royale, where they got full health. This one goes to extras after some momentum out from map 1 led Crosssoul to a nasty attack. But Noctis able to match. We've definitely got ourselves a banger on our hands, Reds. Oh, let's look at some stats from map 2. What have I got? Oh, Atlanta got booted, right? Or Atlanta reconnected their extras. So never mind Atlanta's stats. Otherwise, I mean, quite the comeback. Even when we were going into extras, you know, I was talking about how it looked like the stats were still so heavily in favor of Crosssoul. I mean, now you still end up with Mike at 36-6. Only had 1 death in the entirety of that extra innings. God. Micah putting up numbers. Tracer ban coming in from Noctis. All right, let's get into it.
Initial flashpoint. Marking.
Zeka back in. No Glacier for map 2. We're also getting Noti returning into the lineup, subbing in the Flex to PS role for phone.
Flashpoint unlocks in 10 seconds.
So proud of my photo. Got their map win. Tied it up for Noctis. Now Zeka coming back in the west. See if they can put Crosssoul back on top. Gonna run into Mondoa's Ramantra. We did the Ramantra ban there in the previous map, so Mondoa gets to go back into this hero and just anchors themselves on the cart. This is good enough for a very critical first cap. But big chase down onto Noti. Did they battle forward they can shoot? Looked like they dashed in, didn't have the resources to get out. The entirety of Crosssoul trying to give a chase. Noti looked to have been able to get out one piece, dash back to return with the rest of the team. And the great escape there from Noti. And the Chicken trying to match high ground. Zeka's going to join them up there, trying to find that one advantage, one place that the Ramantra can't, you know, just get in Zeka's face. Jump all the way across the back stairs. When Chicken tried to go in, he's just low, dead. Running into a Cassidy. Ends up being a bad idea there for McChicken. Ends up McDead. We'll not get a touch here at the end. That early cap just turns into a 100-0 here for Aurora Noctis.
Flashpoint. Temple.
The Chicken and Manjiro playing a flank. They're giving chase here. See Manjiro hot on the heels of the rotation out of Noctis. Zeka's going to go ahead and join in this push. They're seeing if they can catch Noctis a little flat-footed, but Juven pops the dead eye. Will clear off Coast, kind of force everybody to scramble. You also get deflect, and you know, who knows what other cooldowns out. Orbital Ray toss in, try to counter the Kitsune rush in from Crosssoul. Sound barrier in. McChicken's going to pull out the blade. Dashes through bar, so cuts through the blade before they can pull out the rally. Don't even give you the option. Crosssoul's already made the decision for you. Now, we did get an early cap. Once again, just that Ramantra, so much sustain. This time the Annihilation used to help rotate through. Zeka is still jumping around on the outside of this point. Micah is still here as well. And eventually we'll get this flip, but kind of a sneaky little, what, 25% here? Some leaks in chat there. All right, so Blade and Rally to go take this far side coast. We'll say kind of minimize the impact of Micah here with this high ground position. Notice he can go and pull out that Blade. There's the Micah OC from across the range trying to cover it. Noti does eventually get taken down, but not by the overclock. It's by Orcloud on the Kiriko. Now the dive in, try to catch Mon Noah. They get this around. Bar Soap try to pop the rally, just not able to get there in time. And you still have 3 players, I believe, alive for Noctis on the outside of this point, but we got the Zeka Primal who's going to chase them down to close out this fight. Oh, I mean, just juggling Juven all over the map. Oh, Juven responds with a Deadeye. Gets it deflected back at him. I don't think there was anybody here for the touch anyway. There's the bell. 1-1 on Suravasa. Crossing the map. Orbital Ray tossed from Atlanta and Kitsune invested from Orc Cloud. But yeah, I didn't like the approach. It felt like Crossover were trying to kind of approach in a 3-2 and just weren't able to find the value of the Kitsune rush. I mean, Orbital on point, you just send your Amatra Juno May in, excuse me, Cass May in. Very difficult for the Winston to get anything done against that. Now the question is, can Noctis continue to cycle these ults? Looking at the Annihilation coming up next. Oh! And Chicken got a sneaky blade in, though. Was able to get 2. We saw the 2 in one swipe. And the answer is no. The high sustained comp will get caught through. Damage in spades there from Cross Soul to steal this point away at 64%. Far side rotation. Yeah, watch for the OC. You can leap back into the hallway, recognizing this rotation. Just gonna go ahead and drop the overclock. And Chicken dashes in. Micah gets another. And that should just be enough to give them the 2-1 lead. 55%. It was actually a very swift cleanup. Juven actually needs to die quickly here. Yeah, okay, just stand still. So it's still a potential for one last fight. Like, just enough time for perhaps get another recontest. Juven gets caught as everybody's just got to run on to the point. Bar of Soap does not make it onto the objective as well. This is going to make everybody else hesitate before trying to use ultimates or invest anything at all. We do get the cleanup in the 2-1. McChicken leaves and returns. Okay. Looks like we're ready to get back into it.
Next, flashpoint, Palace.
Going right to Palace. It's a good spawn for Crosshole. Yeah, they're able to set up on high ground immediately. Juven has a deflect right in their face, but Chicken's able to dash out. I don't know if Zekka's gonna get out of there. Oh, actually catches McChicken with that? Somehow Zekka gets behind the Deadeye, and McChicken is the one who finds themselves in the sights, but a good juggle will trade it back, though it ends up being a 3-for-1 trade with the rally in play here from Bar Soap. So, Rush versus Orbital. This has been favoring the Brawl team in this trade so far. Actually been a little back and forth. McChicken's able to find first blood in this one. I'll say, I think the opening match between these two ultimates went in favor of Cross Soul, but the last one went in favor of Noctis. Nodi getting a kill on Zekka, and Monoa is still alive on this point. So despite opening picks, job's still not done. Micah does find Nodi before the Blizzard comes into play, though. And that's the crucial one that will eventually flip this point. Atlanta and was that Bar Soap back there able to trade? Oh, thank you, Confidence. I appreciate you. Well, doesn't quite catch Zeka. Maiko waiting on the opposite high ground with this OC. Makes it very difficult for the short-range brawl comp of Noctis to close this gap. Sound barrier. Only it's 2? Where is this? Hey, it's good enough. McChicken's able to chase down Bar, so they've got Juven in a lot of trouble. Juven's going to respond with the Deadeye. Does not get it off. Feeling like they have to invest everything as the clock is getting away from them, and that was a couple of ults thrown at the very end of the fight. And Crossel have pretty much got this one on lock. Manoa getting staggered here at the very end. It is a disastrous turn. Crossel have the blade. If anybody's able to get the touch, Bar Soap is going to go down. We do get the OT. Nodi is here on the point. But I believe they are the only one. Juven and Nodi will go back into the splaw. Manoa touches on a ball, but there's a concerted rush. There's a blade in play from Chicken. So no backup there for Manoa. An valiant attempt to hold on, but Crossel will eventually take the 2-1 lead as they grab Suravasa. And we will head to Runasapi. So, I mean, this is completely history repeating itself from the previous match. Other than, I mean, Crosssoul taking Suravasa. But we are seeing the exact same 4 maps as we saw previously. Although we're now currently sitting at a 2-1 scoreline in favor of Crosssoul, as opposed to Noctis being on match point. Lucio banned out here from Noctis. So, I mean, this does kind of indicate, you know, Noctis are hoping, I think, that we stay in, try to force either the Brawl Mirror or force something weird out of the backline. They have been favoring the Brig Juno all night, where we've seen a lot more Lucio carry. I mean, maps 1 and 3. Obviously, Circuit Royale is kind of its own monster. But Aurora Noctis definitely trying to force Crosssoul out of their comfort zone a little bit there with that Lucio ban. Stats from map 3 look pretty darn Micah-pilled. My goodness. Gold damage in the lobby for the second or perhaps even third? Yeah, for the third map in a row. Micah has led in damage all 3 maps. 29 and 2. Most elims, fewest deaths, most damage. Map 3. All right, phone coming back in. Glacier also returning into the lineup for Crosssoul. What were our previous bans on Runasapi? So last time we had Lucio banned, I'm guessing from Noctis. It was a Somber ban from Crosssoul trying to attack phone. This time it's going to be a May ban. Kind of similar vein, still attacking that flex DPS. We are getting phone returning into the lineup. Just attacking a different hero. I would say a more impactful hero in this current meta. Oh, Pokey Mini Me, thank you for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. We also got Catch Bro coming through with the dad joke. Here, let's see if I can find one for you quickly. See if I can get one for you before we get in this map. Let's see. Go to my dad notes. What? No, those aren't dad notes. Quick dad notes for dad jokes. What do you call a man with no body and no nose? Nobody knows. There you go. That was for you, Cash Bro. Let's get into map 4. We are going to get the Brig Juno out of Crosssoul here. It's actually the Bap Juno from Noctis after the Lucio ban. Phone comes out on a Bastion. Okay, this is an interesting little wrinkle. Very bursty damage. I mean, you can see it's all pointed in Glacier's direction. This may have been an anticipation of a Reinhardt. as I don't think you have quite the same effectiveness with jab spin. You know, the assault configuration can absolutely melt through a Rhine shield, really devalue the Rhine. But could still work here against the armor of the Brig, and you see all that damage being put to good use. Wheels down, Fode's gonna mow through 2, as a matter of fact. And the Bastion pick looking brilliant here. Finding both supports. So Micah comes out of the cast and he goes into the Soldier and see if they can outrange this Bastion. They're checking into the Genji as well. Don't forget to use my code when registering for Season 6. I want to go to Stockholm so bad. Come on, let's go. Let's send me to Stockholm. It's the only way I'll be able to go to the Grand Finals. You know you can do it. Support's here too. Use code Bullskunk. Been checking with a great opening pick. Fode's gonna try to respond. Oh, good combo with the Terra Surge. Able to pick out Manjiro with that. Now Orlando's gonna respond with, sorry about the camera there. Orlando was like up in the ceiling. But we did get an Ant Matrix in play. It was what I was trying to look at. I should go to the foam pov. Hey, you know what? At the end of the day, it's Orc Cloud who comes up with the kill. The orbital ray tossed into this, and Micah's going to clean up the Bastion. So, Cross Soul went out this fight, despite having, I don't know, was it like 850 DPS or whatever it is now coming at you?
We have almost claimed the lead.
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it, Confidence. Manjiro's going to get run over. Has, by the way, tried to swap to the BAP to match. Goes off of the Brig. I believe after the fight before last. Didn't last on the Brig long. It's also by talking about the virtual, talking about the BAP Juno in chat there. Yeah, now Manjiro's going to go right back. Actually pulls out, goes back into the Brig. As we now have Juven onto the Tracer, so Manjiro has to go match, make sure they can keep Orc Cloud alive. Oh, Juven almost just one clips Mike out of the back line. Put some good damage in onto Orc Cloud, but it's McChicken who finds the goods. You have lost Glacier through this fight, no tank. McChicken has a blade. See if they want to pull it out. Oof! Finds their third kill to get a mean little combo on Amando and the dash through. Micah's OC will find the last 2 picks of the fight. So, despite losing Glacier early, it's a fight win for Cross Soul. They only have to spend one of those 2 DPS ults to boot. Hello, niche community. Hi, nerd. This is a niche community. You know what? I'd say that is not wrong. I don't think I've ever heard quite referred to that way, but you're not wrong. Let's check out this blade. Nope, blade kind of got stifled. Stymied, if you would. Terra Surge thrown in. Nothing to really combo with this time. They're not able to get the big Bastion combo with the Terra Surge. Got a little Aussie called that one. Now we get a checkpoint. Not to mention the lead picked up here from Cross Soul. Well, let's get some Micah Pop. Wheels down, speed ring down. A lot of cooldowns there for Fode. Try to get that kill. Ring at the corners. Use the disengage. 3-2 split here out at Cross Soul. They're going to reconverge there with Orc Cloud's Orbital Ray. All just in an effort to try to bait Mon Noah in. But you've got Foam position behind this Ant Matrix. Does have the level 3 tank on that as well. So that any one of those shots could have killed. But Chicken Fighter Atlanta will force the Orbital Ray out here from Noctis. They're fortunate if they have that to try to fight into this, and they're able to mow down Glacier. Manjiro popped the rally through that, but it was not nearly enough. I actually, I interviewed Phone for, like, just for Amplify. It was one of the first interviews I did in here for 2025. And they talk about how the Bastion is their favorite hero. That, I was asking, hey, you're kind of known for the Sombra. What's your actual favorite hero? Bastion was the first thing that came out of Phone's mouth. I will say, at the time, claimed to use the cardboard skin. Terrasur sorted in from Monoa. Blade finds Arlanta and Phone while that's happening, though. McChicken having a heck of a map. What are we looking at? 12 and 4 from McChicken? Michael 11 and 2 at 7,500 damage. I guess they knew we wanted to look at stats. We're gonna take a little pause here. All right, so we got no DCs there. McChicken lurking on the high ground. Whoa, Nian. Easy there, easy. Let's dial it down. All right, let's watch the Juven Torb. You got a Torb on the battlefield, you gotta watch a little bit of it. Phone does come off the Bastion and into a Genji. So at least we do have one somewhat traditional hero on the battlefield. Does immediately get taken down as Orcloud's throwing an orbital ready into this fight. Now Orlando in a bit of trouble. Has to self-lamp just to get themselves around the corner. Mono and Juven are trying to fend off what's happening inside the room, but they are unable to. As Micah and Glacier fight their way all the way through the store, picking up kills along the way. Micah comes up with their second in the fight, and Cross Soul extend their lead. Two minutes to go. 105 meters to 51. Good disengage from the Arlanta amplification matrix. Fun trying to use the opportunity to push through store, see if they can kind of cut off the back line. Just gets hunted down. McChicken immediately goes in, takes that duel. Corners Phone. Now eyes sit at the top of the stairs and those juicy supports. But Bar Soap has an orbital to throw in and hits everybody with a chonky set of torpedoes, but still a decent disengage. Using Manjiro's Ant Matrix somewhere throughout that. Honestly, probably good for Noctis to be able to get that out, but now they gotta survive through this. Terror Surge combined with the OC. Phone's able to clap back. Has 35 health, picks up 2 with the blade, gets the follow-up onto Orcloud, now finds themselves in a 1v2, unfortunately. But getting those 3 trades will be crucial here as we approach the 60-second mark. This means Glacier, McChicken, and the rest of Cross Soul will eventually have to fall back. McChicken's gonna sneak in an extra 5 meters or so. Good spear. Arlanta continues the weirdness here out of Noctis. Juven and Phone have at least come back into something more traditional. Alright, Noctis tournament lives on the line. As we just see in chat. Blade up from McChicken. Dive it in, get one cut on a bar of soap. The torpedoes do the rest. Juven's easy pickings as well. And Cross Soul have got this one wrapped around their little fingers, tied up in a pretty little bow, as they celebrate a trip into Master Division for the first time in the org's history. Big GG's in chat, and congratulations to Cross Soul with a 3-1 victory today. And will also find themselves in the grand finals, taking on Nightmare Rotation coming up on Saturday.
Play of the game.
Let's go get that point on the board. Micah is robbed of gold damage in the lobby by Monoa there in that final map. Almost took it every single map. Noctis, they finished the season in 3rd place. It's their best finish, open and advanced before, but this is the first time they made playoffs for Expert. You know, they didn't even make playoffs last season. And you get 6th overall with a 10-6 finish, and you end up 3rd place here in playoffs. I mean, it's an outstanding turnaround. What a great season out of Noctis. They will still have a chance at promotion relegation matches for Master Division. Still an opportunity for them to punch up into Tier 2. But it will take a little more work. It's not going to happen tonight. It's going to take a little bit more work. Where Crosssoul finds themselves fast-tracked into Master Division. Here, let's go find our bracket. There's our bracket. We'll take on Nightmare Rotation. I think Mike has got to be your player of the match tonight. It just had such an outstanding night. I mean, we saw Crosssoul put up a flawless map 1. I can't tell you how rare this is. I can't tell you how rare this is. This may be the first actual flawless map we have ever seen on this stream. Not to mention, like, in the postseason, lower bracket final, fight. This is the match to get you into Master Division. This is how Crosssoul started. This was how Crosssoul started, with a absolutely perfect map. I don't know that I've seen a completely flawless 0-death map in 4 seasons of casting this league and over 300 matches that I've been in lobby for. I don't think I've ever seen a perfectly flawless map. That's how Crosssoul started the night.